Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late September 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Pisces collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you have for Pisces, gang? In late September, what energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces in late September. What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's get this card out nice and quick for you, my friends. Ask and you shall receive. Beautiful. I like this. I mean, it is one of the Pisces power cards. It is soft. It's Queen of Cups like, and I even say when it shows up in other signs, like just the pose of this lady, it really screams Queen of Cups energy to me, which is really good. And again, it's not gender specific. So in a Pisces reading, it does hold extra significance here. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about September subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye. You know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk about this. So if you look at a picture or any rendition of the Queen of Cups, she's usually in a very similar pose to this card. Notice she's kind of sitting in a throne. She has one foot dipped in the water. And when you think about the water element in divination, it speaks about the internal self, and so do the queens. So when we get the Queen of Cups showing up right here front and center in a Pisces reading, obviously it's speaking about someone's emotional state or their emotional world. Now, this is a great card for creativity, expressing oneself, especially with her foot dipped in the water. It does speak about being connected. So even if you're going through something difficult, this is a good sign where it's like, okay, well, it might not be pleasant, but you're processing it the right way. So I think that's a good thing. But again, there's great energy around expressing oneself, because the downside to the Queen of Cups is sometimes she could hold things in, right? She could bottle them up, she could suppress them. So make sure you're not doing that too much in this time. But as far as she goes for a Pisces reading, that is a Pisces power card. So your identity, your confidence, how you feel about yourself, these are all very important things in this time. Your perspective and awareness and how you view things. So we're just going to let her chill out over there. She could keep hanging out with the fish. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Pisces. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Massive Karmic Change. And if I were to put that whole reading into a nutshell, I would say the big theme was spirit taking control of something. Spirit taking control of a situation and saying, Pisces, don't you worry about it. It's in my hands now. I'll take care of it. There was huge energy around manifestation. So again, just remember, what you focus on is what you create. So keep that in mind. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Pisces. What do we have? My good friends. Thank you. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. That could be someone else's energy. It's okay. It's an energy that works well together. Let's say that. Let's get a couple more. And that could be a big work, career. Not sure if that's your big focus. Death card, don't be nervous about that. Believe it or not, it is a complementary energy for Pisces. And I will explain why. There's the shift. There's the karmic energy, just like we saw last week. Let's get one more. Thank you. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Cool. All right. So I would say, although we have that death card in the middle, which is a very powerful energy, don't get nervous about it, because a lot of this energy seems initially to at least be complementary with Pisces. Now, let's go through this, and I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, you know, I always look at the elements first. So there is a big presence of Earth in this week's reading, which is very good for Pisces as a water sign. We got the 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Other people's energy is showing up here in an important way as well, which is something I've been seeing for Pisces in recent weeks, is like there's energies of a lot of other people around you, and it still shows up this week. But the Earth energy, work, business, money situations, finances, investments, the material world, living situation, home, The world we live in is what I think of when I see all this earth. And then right here in the center, even though that death card looks a little grisly, it's Scorpio energy, it's water. So the elemental combination is beautiful. We already spoke a lot about the water, the emotions, the feelings, the internal world, the creativity. So mixing earth with water is a recipe for blessings and abundance. So again, this energy might not look like it's shifting too much, but I feel like it's comfortable at the very least. Um, let's go through this piece by piece and really start to build it out. Position number one, we start with the Three of Pentacles. And this is why I'm saying, like, a lot of these energies are showing up. They could be the people in your circle or people around you or people that enter your experience. Because the Three of Pentacles, you see that group, they're working together, right? It looks like they're building that little cathedral. They're working on that post there. It's extremely creative, artisanal. So, again, another little hint, which we see often in Pisces readings, about creating, working towards something, even if it's a group effort or it's by yourself. I like this. It's a card of teamwork makes the dream work. So if you're going through anything difficult, hey, maybe you should try to recruit some help. Maybe someone's going to ask you for assistance. I do think of this as a card of asking for help with something. But aside from that, it could just be a group dynamic when we see the Three of Pentacles. So we might be seeing someone else's energy when we clarify. Now, in reverse, this energy could be very hermit-like, where it's like, no, no crowds for me. I'm okay. I'm going to stay home. It's an energy that's not really speaking, not really talking. Worst case scenario could be someone in your circle that you need to keep a close eye on. And of course, Three of Pentacles ties in very closely to work and business. So we do want to look at that. Now, moving to the middle, work, business, education, all that stuff. In the middle, we have a very, very powerful dynamic card. We have the Death card. Now, I always tell people, whether you're new to tarot or not, people get freaked out by it because, anytime you see tarot being pulled in a story or a movie, they're pulling the Death card. Like, it always happens. Mark my words. If you ever see tarot in a movie, watch for this card, because it's scary, right? But in reality, it's not. It's natural, right? Life and death, black and white, masculine, feminine. It's just part of the balance of life. But the big thing I always say about death, it doesn't just represent endings. It doesn't just represent pain and loss. To me, this is a card of change, like we saw last week. This is a very karmic card, which speaks about the cycles of life, the spiritual side of things. So this energy could be shifting. There could be a stage or something that's coming to a culmination, and it's about to shift or change on you. And we want to look at it, aside from the karmic archetypes. Now, the Death card, the way I see it in the challenge, when it shows up in reverse, it represents things that we can't let go of, or things that won't just go away, or things that are popping back up that we thought we had already dealt with. Okay. And sure, I mean, I'm not going to say that endings and loss are not a part of it, because it is, but it's just a very minute fraction of the meaning of this card. Okay. Very karmic in nature, very spiritual. Think of a phoenix rising from the ashes. Now, moving to the back end, we have a very stable card. And another reason why the Death card isn't concerning me is we have the beautiful Queen of Pentacles, big earth sign energy. So whether you have earth placements yourself, maybe you're connected to one, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, remember, it's not gender specific. I love the Queen of Pentacles because to me she's similar to the Empress, where she represents blessings and abundance, stability. It's sturdy, it's predictable. So it's really great for that kind of stuff. Think of like your cup runneth over. Having more than enough and then some. That's what I really like about her. But of course, she could also tie into the material aspects of world. So for some Pisces, maybe you're really working hard on something, or maybe money's on your mind. Like, there could just be something in the material world that has your attention. Now, the downside of the Queen of Pentacles is twofold. Sometimes she can represent an energy that feels stuck. Sometimes she feels like an energy that's between a rock and a hard place. Sometimes she can also represent a very unpredictable, shaky type of energy where it's like, oh, the ground is moving from underneath me. But I'm not necessarily feeling that. I feel like the energy is comfortable, believe it or not, whether you're cross watching for Pisces or whether you're the Pisces. But I want to dive deeper on all of it, my friends. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you. What do we got for Pisces, gang, please? What is going on, my good friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Three of Pentacles. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, like a lot of this energy just feels like the people around you. Well, let's see what the three has. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Thank you. Okay, Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, watch out for miscommunications here. Okay, when I see the Page of Cups in reverse underneath the Three of Pentacles, it's like, all right, well, the only real way to work together is to be very clear in how you communicate yourself. So again, especially with like work things, the people around you, because the Page of Cups in reverse is either suppressing, like we mentioned with that Queen very earlier, or it's just trying its best to be quiet and keep its head down. So for some Pisces, maybe you're just doing your own thing, living your own life, just staying in your lane, saying, you know what? Not going to cause any trouble. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm in my own lane. That's how this energy feels to me, which could be a good way to function. But at the same time, especially in group dynamics or with other people, when the Page of Cups shows up in reverse, it's like, okay, um, not everyone's a mind reader, right? Not everyone's a psychic. So if there is something that's bothering you, if there is something you need to address, don't expect someone to just guess it. Okay. I don't know why I'm giving that message. It seems very particular for some of you. If there's something that's bothering you, don't expect someone to just guess it or know. So we're just going to keep moving. Again, there's something here around communication because I've been seeing it for all the water signs this week. So we'll see if there is a conversation of importance coming up. But then there's also this like suppression of emotion where it's like, I'm keeping myself busy. I'm keeping myself busy. Let's keep moving. Let's see what's up with the Death card. I really want to get to the Queen as well. But if you notice, it's people, people, people. Like the very first card we had, the Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. There's like a lot of people around you, or will be soon. So if you're trying to lay low, now might not be the best time. So let's see what's up with Death. Yeah. All right, quick. So we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, another double down of this karmic energy. It's just here. So I don't know what kind of change or metamorphosis or shift that some of you might be going through, even if it's not like the best time right now. I mean, and as, it depends. Some of you are, I'm sure, are okay and comfortable. Some of you maybe not, right? But when I see the Death card with the Six of Pentacles, either it was like, all right, this is a shift that I was not expecting. This was a shift that I wasn't prepared for. Or it's just like, there's something going on and I can't put my finger on it. That's how it feels to me. So watch out for any situations that feel confusing, where it's like, all right, well, why do I have to deal with this? Why do I have to deal with that? It's kind of irritating, to be honest with you, the way it feels to me. Now, the Six of Pentacles is usually very open, very giving, very charitable. Another one that connects to the world around us, it's usually very kind and very equal. So when I see it in reverse, it's a little unbalanced, especially with the Death card. So to me, I would say if I were to put a big blanket statement on here, to me, this is like an unexpected or surprising shift of energy, and you might not be fully prepared for it. Now, does that mean that it's the worst? No. If you're going through a difficult time, there is probably a reasoning behind it that you don't quite see just yet. So I think this is something that you might appreciate when you look back on it. Whatever situation you're going through, it's like in retrospect, that needed to happen. So let's keep moving. I know I'm getting very specific, only take what hits for you. I would say for a lot of you, this is an unexpected or surprising shift in energy. So whether it's in yours or somebody else's, it's like from one day to the next, it's like, oh, something feels different. It's like I switched timelines, if that makes sense. Let's keep moving. Let's go over to the Queen of Pentacles. We'll see what she has, then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Queen of Pentacles here for Pisces? Why is the Queen here? Thank you. Okay. The end energy is really beautiful, actually. So we have the Ten of Cups in the upright underneath this Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you can't draw it up much better than that. That's one of the best alignments of cards you could ask for, honestly. I love the Ten of Cups because, yeah, it's a card that can represent a completion, but it's a happy one. So, again, whatever energy you're pushing towards or whatever energy you're experiencing right now, there's a purpose behind it, and you're going to be happy you went through it. I don't know why you keep saying it like that. You might not believe me. You might be like, BS, Kyle. Why would I be happy to go through this? I think you will. This is a huge card of wins, victories, and blessings. So the fact that it comes in after the shift, notice We have the before, the private, quiet type of energy, and we have the shift, and then we have the win. So again, whether it's a payoff in the end, whether it's a victory that's coming in, it's like you're better off here than you were there. So this shift, this change, whatever the universe is building up around you, this is a transformation for the better. Because right here on the back, I feel like you're way better off here than you were there. So I like it. I think it's claimable. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadows. So I like where the energy is going. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Page of Cups in reverse. So again, watch out for like suppression. Maybe some of you are just minding your own business, doing your own thing, not trying to cause waves. Nothing wrong with that. Just watch out for like suppression. If you're having issues with anybody in your circle or anyone in general, don't expect them to just predict it. Don't expect them to just know. Sometimes people have tunnel vision and they don't see where they mess up or they don't see where they might be wrong. So like you might have to bring something to someone's attention. Moving to the center, and there's something there about assistance or help. But we have the Death card with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This does feel like a shift that kind of pops up out of nowhere. A shift or a change feels unexpected or surprising. So just know whether it's within you, within a person, within a situation, it's like from one day to the next, it's like we're switching timelines. Moving to the back end, and I think you'll be happy you did because it's shifting in a better direction. We have the Queen of Pentacles, very solid, stable, abundant. Ten of Cups, beautiful wins and victories, wish fulfillment. So the energy, when it reaches the end here, is much better off than it was before. So you might be experiencing something, even if it's not comfortable, you're going to be happy you did. You're going to be happy you experienced it. And in the end, there is happiness. So it's beautiful. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going. What do we got for Pisces in the shadows? Thank you. Okay. Temperance is really good when it comes to spiritual protection, and that's what you drew here in the shadows. Big Sagittarius energy, but I always say, not on this deck, but in most decks it depicts the Archangel Michael. So this is a huge part of spiritual protection and insulation. So maybe for some Pisces, it's like, hey, even if you can't see me or feel me, I'm here, I'm watching you, I'm with you. So it's beautiful spiritual reassurance. Now, a big thing with temperance, sometimes, especially if we're going through big shifts of energies, it's spirit trying to tell us, like, just hold on, Pisces. Just like go with the flow. There could be something where spirit doesn't want you to fight against it, but either accept it or just roll with the punches. Okay, I'm not saying like be a doormat or anything like that, but there is just something with the way the energy shifting where spirit's like, don't fight it. Don't fight it, just experience it. Now, for a small portion of you, when we see temperance in the shadows, this can represent someone that is getting a little sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? This could be an energy that's a little impatient. So your patience level could be a little razor thin in this time. But aside from that, I think this is beautiful for the spiritual protection, and spirit's just asking you to flow with something. So we're just going to leave it at that. That's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you could book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The September calendar is already live, so we could have ourselves a little chat. But for the September subscriber surprise, giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's great for beginners and experienced readers. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which ones do you get along best with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.